Can you work part-time when you file for Social Security disability? I'm Jonathan Ginsberg. I'm a Social Security disability attorney. I represent clients in all 50 states from Maine to California, and I'm able to do that because disability cases are now heard by telephone or by video, so it doesn't matter where you are, where the judge is. Many times everybody's in a different place. I want to talk to you today about working part-time when you apply for Social Security disability. Is that permitted? And the answer is yes, you can, although you have to be careful about it. And I think that Social Security judges certainly recognize that with delays reaching 2 to sometimes 3 years, people sometimes have to work because they've got to pay the bills. They have to eat. What you have to be aware of, though, is that Social Security defines disability in terms of how your medical problem prevents you from working, or more specifically, how it prevents you from engaging in what is called substantial gainful activity, or SGA. And so if you're working part-time while you're applying, you want to make sure that your earnings are below SGA, or you're not engaged in SGA activities. So to tell you what SGA is, and there's a table, and I'll link to that in the notes here. In 2025, SGA is assumed if you're earning $1,620 per month gross. That's $1,620 per month gross income. That's before taxes. If you're earning less than that, it is presumed you're not engaged in SGA, and you can do that. So if you got a job and let's say you're working part-time, you're earning $1,000 a month while applying for disability, theoretically that is not a problem. If you get a job and you're earning $2,000 a month, that is a problem. Now again, there are exceptions and there's different ways to kind of wrangle it, but at the end of the day, what Social Security is going to look at would be what are your earnings while you're applying for disability. A second part of this would be what are you actually doing? So if you are volunteering at a museum, let's say, or at a school, and you're doing it 6 hours a day, 4 days a week, they're going to say, well, that kind of looks like a job that you would be able to earn $1,620 a month. So if you're engaged in an activity that is roughly equal to what you would to a job where you'd earn $1,620 a month, then that is considered SGA. If you're self-employed but not making any money, and you're working 45 hours a month, that would be considered SGA. So again, kind of common sense, but basically you've got to show that you're not earning enough or you're not working enough to do an activity that would roughly pay you $1,620 a month. Now what happens if you get a job and once or twice during that 2-year period while you're waiting, you earn more than $1,620? Is that going to kick you out of the system? No. They recognize sometimes that people will be a little bit above that. That would be maybe considered an unsuccessful work attempt or would not be considered full-time work. This might happen, for example, if you have a job where you're getting paid biweekly and you have a couple of 3-paycheck months. So again, I can get past that. But generally speaking, they're going to look at your earnings, and $1,620 a month is roughly equal to, I think it's $19,400 a year. So not a lot of money. But if you're earning less than that, generally it's not a problem. Now, I would tell you that if somebody is earning, and again, these numbers change every year, so in 2025, 1620. Let's say you were earning $1,500 a month, month after month, every single month. The question would be, that a judge might ask would be, are you intentionally suppressing your income to keep below that $1,620 threshold? So the closer you get to that $1,620 or the SGA number, the more likely it is that somebody at Social Security is going to say, well, this looks like this person could work at SGA or higher, but they're not doing so because they're trying to win Social Security disability. That could be an issue. So again, I tell my clients, if you're at $1,200, $1,300, maybe even $1,400, not really a problem. Once you get beyond that, you got to look at it. And that might be something that you would have to explain that this is the most you can do. The most you can do is $1,500, and you've tried more, but you really can't. This is the most you can do. So that is kind of big picture what you can do while you're applying for disability. I would tell you that at the administrative level, initial and recon, ongoing part-time work is going to muddy the waters enough most of the time where they're probably not going to approve you early. This would be something that a judge would have to look at and say, based on my experience discretion, I'm going to conclude that the work you're engaged in is not SGA level work. I don't know that an adjudicator at initial and reconsideration would make that decision, but a judge very well might. So put that into the mix as well. So yes, you can work part-time. Many people have to work part-time. I absolutely understand that. It used to be I would tell people don't, because it really made it more difficult. But now with the long delays, I think it's not unreasonable to work part-time. But that's kind of what you need to know as far as working part-time and applying for Social Security disability. Visit me online at ssdanswers.com. You can download my Secret Sorting Disability Survival Kit. You can also ask for a case evaluation. If I can be of assistance to you, please let me know. And if you thought this video was helpful, please give me a like, give me a thumbs up. And I would also tell you that every Wednesday night at 8:30 Eastern, I appear live. I do a live stream where people ask questions in real time. I have guests sometimes. Happy to see you there. For now, this is Jonathan Ginsberg, wishing you the best. Thanks a lot.
Hi, this is Jonathan Ginsberg, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you'd like to know more about how to win your Social Security disability case, I'd like to invite you to download my Secrets to Getting Approved Early Survival Kit that I created just for people like you. Currently, I'm making the survival kit available at no cost, and I encourage you to grab your copy now. Some of the topics I cover include: how do I know if I have a case? Is it the right time for me to file my claim? 9 common mistakes that can doom your case. The 3 must-have arguments you use to win your case. And a topic that every disability claimant wants to know: how to avoid trick questions from the judge. If you or a loved one need to win Social Security disability benefits, you'll find the Survival Kit essential reading. Download your Survival Kit right now and at no cost. Just visit ssdanswers.com/survival and sign up. It's that easy. Please act now. And as always, I wish you the best.